tired. I went on a hike this morning.
Nice. Oh,
gotta
right.
get outside before it gets hot out here, you know.
But I think someone called for initiative.
Initiative. Is Zephyr within 30 feet?
Where the fuck did you come from?
He is a sneaky rogue.
That's true.
I don't think you've seen
I
him yet.
do have a very hard time keeping track of him.
All right. So Bickerstaff, you have a 30-foot range thing, right?
Oh shit! Thank you for reminding me of my own ability. I'm gonna bump that up to 15.
Hey, I had to play your character last week, so I tried to remember.
So Garrett and Yannick are both within range for a +2 to their initiative scores.
But not my two guys.
Thank you for reminding me of my own ability. God damn it.
You're welcome. By the way, you have -1 charisma.
About legacy.
Let's see. Agrimar got with a +3.
My legacy deck it's called Maverick. How cool is that?
Maverick. Nice.
Crap, I forgot what buttons do what.
Oh yeah, also the character sheets changed like last week.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure this is the second time it's changed since he stopped playing.
Yeah, possibly.
So make sure everything's working right.
It should be. I mean, the big thing was like spells, I think was and money.
Oh shit. The Pacers beat
Check your money. Yeah, so I got a 20 total for Agrimar.
Nice. And Garrett, you should be able to click on your token and have a button pop up in the top left of roll 20.
I don't even see my token.
Should be
Hidden.
over here. Let me double check to make sure you have.
I see some blood spurting.
Do you have rights to you, sir?
Right there.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh, I gotta change my color. Garrett's red.
Oh shit. Got 22, and then he's gonna add 2 to that. That's a 24.
Pretty baller.
Seems decent. Seems decent.
seems okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, 40, 24. Yeah, seems okay. I mean,
Just a little bit.
if you're into that kind of stuff. If you're like a rogue who wants to like shoot for being hidden first, you know.
So Garrett,
Like
having
anybody.
just caught sight of what you've seen thus far, an elderly giant bursts in through the doors right past your cell, and then focuses his attention down the hallway, completely oblivious to you.
Bickerstaff, is that you?
Garrett, what are you doing down here?
I've been in prison. What are you doing down here? I assume you're after Colbin Reed since that bastard just went past me.
Yes, I've been asked to spring you.
Don't worry.
That's not true, but I mean, we can spring you. I think Faye's found some keys, but I haven't.
I've sprung myself.
I
Worry
gotta
not.
deal with first.
Door's already unlocked.
So, which way did I see Corbin go?
Left.
To Bickerstaff's left.
Went this way.
Okay. I'm gonna assume the golden or the silver thing in front of me is the door.
Yes.
So I'm gonna step out of the door and loot that guard corpse.
All right. Garrett starts perusing the remains of the guard's corpse beside him. As he's doing that,
Have the Requisitor disappear?
he went through that next door.
They all
Agrimar.
went through the door.
Oh, they all went through the door.
Yeah. Oh shit! What is Agrimar gonna do? Agrimar is going to make his way, double move, to the doorway here.
All right.
That's his turn.
All right, Bickerstaff.
Is Gru dead? I can't see.
He seems to be bleeding out, unconscious in his cell.
Okay, which one is his? Oh, it's all the way down there. Okay. So that's 30 feet? Did I measure that right? Sure, my healing ability, I have to touch somebody. Does it have to be so far down the list? Oh, here we go. Psionic Restoration. Focus on this discipline. Use a bonus action. Okay. Action.
What are you doing,
Oh, it's a
Bickerstaff?
bonus action to feed a potion to somebody, right?
It's an action to force feed a potion on someone else.
Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna use my action to dash. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna use my bonus action to switch my Psionic Focus to Psionic Restoration, and just hope they.
Psi restoration.
Oh, I can't use that till next turn though. So that's the end of my turn.
All right. Zephyr.
Okay. Since Zephyr was running down the hallway, I'm gonna run a
That's as
perception.
far as Zephyr got.
I'm gonna run a perception to
Present.
make sure that I see or hear the conflict going the other direction.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Oh, that's shite. I don't have whatever the small spider stats are, but perception 10 total.
10 total.
I'm focusing on the footsteps. That's where I was
You
headed.
audibly heard these two giant men making their way through that doorway and towards that doorway to the north.
Okay.
There's the audible commotion as Bickerstaff forced himself into that next room with a shout and a cry, in addition to the echoes of screams that you heard coming both from Xerxes and Gru and Varric, and even that sound of Corbin Reed's voice echoing down the hallway.
That cackle. All right.
And then the hint of a familiar voice.
Oh.
That you haven't heard for some time.
I have not heard for some time. All right. Do I have the stats of the small spider?
Yes, you did. You should.
Okay. I should. I believe that is 20 foot of movement.
That's correct.
Pulling it up now. I will use
Yes, 20 feet.
Okay, I will double move in the corner of the room to right above Phelan.
All right.
And that's Zephyr's turn.
All right. That being Zephyr's turn. Phelan, what are you going to do?
Oh, perfect timing. Okay.
It's like we made it that way.
I know, I planned. Okay, real quick, where are we on the map? There we are. Okay.
No.
So I am. Wait, that's Garrett?
Garrett just stepped out from the
What?
cell in the next hallway.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought you were joking, Ryan. Okay. I am going forward. Let's see. Here. I can't see Gru from here, can I?
I don't think you can.
I don't see any guys. So, and did I see Bickerstaff go down the hallway?
You did see Bickerstaff charge round that corner to the left.
So then I'm going to go forward, using my action And I'm going to say, oh, Garrett, lovely, lovely surprise. That's 15, 20, 25, 30. And I still don't see Gru.
The cell that you are currently standing in front of, the bars have just been torn off. Much like a cell in that first hallway that you encountered.
Look who finally shows up.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm here now.
But Garrett, as Phelan steps away from you, you can take an attack of opportunity, should you so choose.
Oh.
Oh.
Tempting. Very tempting. But
After
no.
everything we've been through together, you call me an ass.
After you let me
Assassinate!
rot in jail,
Well,
She let everyone
At least
else out.
Bickerstaff had the common
I have the
decency to
keys.
lie to him.
God,
Yannick.
that's my move, guys.
Come
We're
on,
getting your
Ted.
informant feed. I mean, to Springer.
All right.
BRB.
And we never saw him again.
All right. So that's my 35, but now I have an action. So
And what are you doing with that action? Continuing to run?
yeah, I'm going to because no baddies.
Down the hallway.
He just ran.
Run, Yannick, run.
Now that I'm going the right way.
Yeah.
35. On mouse. All right. Now I'm just waiting to take a direction from Bickerstaff.
All right, so as you come charging down the hall following Bickerstaff's movement, you are making your way forward, and Bickerstaff, those doors at the end of the hall, the windows within them flare up with a bright whitish orange light,
Oh, those windows?
like a lens flare that you can see through the windows of that next door. And with that, we are back to Garrett.
Could I knowledge arcana that?
Potentially on your turn, and potentially by looking through to see what that is.
Okay, I've got other things I want to do in my turn. I thought I could
All
get
right.
creepy. I thought,
Garrett.
I throw it out there.
So, what did I find on the guard's body?
Effectively, what we talked about.
Okay.
You found gear.
His personal loot bag.
I found 2 daggers. Awesome.
Good enough.
600 gold. Whoa.
Okay. Well, I am going to make my way down the hallway.
All right.
And I'm going to double move. Since, I'm sneaky like that.
Could triple move as a rogue.
If he wanted to.
Do I recognize any of these prisoners that I'm going by?
You roll me an intelligence check, Garrett.
An intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Or
Ah.
charisma check.
I see you know my strengths. That intelligence check was a 7.
7. You haven't really had much of an opportunity to interact with these guys one-on-one, but you know that when this guy, whose cell that you were passing by presently, was brought in, a number of guards were left posted outside of his cells for a couple of days. It said that he took on an entire checkpoint by himself.
So I'm going to look at him at his door and say, "How'd you like to get out and kill some of these guards?"
What?
What?
I would love to, friend, just to make short work of this door, and I'll make short work of whoever you need.
Sweet. Then I'm retconning my movement to put me in front of his door.
All right.
And I'm using my bonus action. Oh, no, crap. I can't do that because I took Assassin. Never mind. My next turn.
You can use your action, homie.
Ooh, I can. That's right. I use my bonus to move.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try
What?
to
Have you
pick
not been playing
his
D&D
lock.
for 2 months?
All right.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll that check with your thieves'
burn.
tools.
There's a
Derek
rogue.
gets to work on this door.
God damn, it's good to have a rogue again.
While he's doing that, Agrimar, what's going on?
Shit. Agrimar is he's gonna delay his turn until after Zephyr.
All right, Bickerstaff.
Bickerstaff is going to use his bonus action to reach down and touch Gru and stabilize him.
All right.
And then he's going to use his action to... Sure, I have... Yeah, I've got 1 potion of healing. Do I use that on him, or do I use my side point on him? I'm going to use the potion. I'm going to keep the side point just in case I need it. So Bickerstaff's going to pull out his healing potion, and he's going to force feed it to Varric as his action.
All right.
That's
Go ahead and roll for that.
7.
7. Nice. As he starts just coughing up blood as he does so, his eyes open up, regaining consciousness. He takes a large inhalation of breath as he looks up into your eyes. Oh, you have my thanks.
That was a very stupid thing you did, but I applaud you for it.
He was going to kill the sergeant. I had little options.
I appreciate it. He lives, so do you.
Anything else you want to do?
That's my turn.
All right, Zephyr.
I'm not walking up to those doors.
All right. Zephyr will do perfect amount of movement. Double move to there.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's all she can do.
All right, Agrimar.
Agrimar is going to head back down and start gathering the bodies of these undead creatures.
All right.
And so he's going to move, grab these 2 guys, 1 on each arm, and then start making his way down towards the other 2.
All right. That is Phelan.
Is Zephyr still a spider?
I'm still a very, very, very small spider.
Very, very small spider.
You can't even see me. I'm small.
No, that's what I was wondering. I was like, wait a second. Because I thought you said you're gathering the bodies, and I was like, you're a spider. You can't gather bodies.
You would be surprised
Anyway.
what a little spider can do.
So,
Jeez.
I am going to continue forward. 20, 25. I will be right next to Garrett. 30. Did I pass Gru? I swear we said that there was Gru somewhere here.
Yeah, I just saved him.
Are you asking the party that?
And asking. Okay, so Derek is alive.
Yes.
Varric is coughing up and slowly rolling back onto his side.
Okay.
Slowly moving.
Do I hear those foot from behind us getting closer?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, you know, it'd be really helpful if I had my character sheet up, huh?
That might be a little bit.
I was in such a hurry to get on. I was like, oh my god. Perception. I want to click. Yeah. It is a 16.
16. Since the party basically sprinted through that medium security wing, the bootsteps are fainter, but they are still approaching.
Okay, so I am going to look to Bickerstaff because I listen to him. Say, what are we gonna do? Do we go forward to our deaths or do we go backwards to our deaths? Or we could just run backwards and maybe hide in that hallway thing. Except for you, tall mountain man, wherever you're standing, because I don't see your token anywhere.
I don't know who you're talking to, Phelan. Did I meet Agrimar yet?
Yes.
You would have crossed
And by
hallways.
me, she stepped out into the hallway with a man almost the same size as you, but significantly better built, muscular-wise.
Purple.
He's like a foot and a half taller than Bickerstaff.
Bickerstaff will say, we should probably go forward. We need to catch Corbin Reed. We can't let him keep doing this nonsense.
I know you're right on that one. So then I do double move.
Be careful. I saw a flash of light through the window.
25 to here. Can I look through the window, or is that an action to look through the window?
Roll me a perception check to look through that
That was a
window.
natural one.
That is our. Oh wait, you rolled it twice. Never mind. Sorry.
Phelan, going forward as you sprint down the hallway, having this back and forth exchange with Bickerstaff, getting the orders to continue forward, you can't let Corbin Reed keep doing what he's doing. You charge for those doors and are a little slow at stopping yourself as your hand just pushes open the doors, which turns out were unlocked. As you can see, Corbin Reed, here, I will go ahead and make a few things visible to you. As Phelan, you catch sight of the Corbin Reed himself, who looks to have just stepped into another cell whose bars have been melted by some sort of intense, serious heat. Who's walking past the bearded gnomish occupant within the cell, who is tightly embracing his arms around the purple requisitor. Corbin Reed is
Like
continuing.
in a wrestle, or like happy
It
to
Bro
almost
hug.
looks friendly.
Oh fuck. Well, with that natural one,
You see Corbin Reed is continuing past the gnomish occupant and walking towards the back of the cell as he's pulling off his black armband and unfolding it. And unfolding it. And unfolding it. And he starts to drape it across the back wall of the cell and firmly tuck it up like he were placing wallpaper upon this cell.
Ah, man, if I had grocery points right now, what I would do. Ah, fuck. With that natural one, I'm going to go ahead and say she probably stumbled and used her last 5 feet to get inside the door.
All right.
Not really what something she wanted to do, but I think with the natural one, she probably accidentally biffed it. So, let me have my hand. Thank you. We'll go to 5 feet there. Ah, fuck. Okay, now I can actually see Corbin Reed, too, because before I couldn't at that angle. But, okay. That's
Phelan,
my
you have a
turn.
good line of sight on the end of this hallway, the 15 to 20 foot long dead end with only these couple more cells present. And as you step inside, you
Wait.
pique the attention of another purplish individual whose larger horns are firmly pressed back against his skull, where his hair is almost slicked back as he peeks up from behind the cell bars that he presently resides behind and gives you a very curious look. Tell me, dear, are you with them as well?
Not quite. No, I'm here for them.
Well then, perhaps you wouldn't mind unlocking my cell and I can assist you in whatever troubles you seem to be facing.
Can I insight check him?
Phelan, I'll do you one better. You can roll me a charisma save.
I said it again. I have a 5!
No!
I have all the keys!
Phelan!
Ah,
He's your friend, yo.
Phelan,
great. Seems like a really nice guy.
it seems like a great idea to have another ally in this fight against the most vile man in the city, hands
What?
down. Especially considering the fact that they've got a Requisitor on their side.
He seems like a really nice guy. I think I'm definitely gonna let him out next round when I have an action.
Yannick.
Oh, man. So, letting prisoners out to help fight. Great. Let's see.
I believe it was you who suggested it to her last session.
Cause chaos.
Not the one that had the guards posted.
Well,
All right.
it's still beside Garrett. You have an opportunity to interact, to use your words.
Nope. No, I'm not gonna poke the bear. So,
All right.
Can
Then
I
what
see,
would you
Not a
do?
bear. He is a halfling.
if I move here, can I see Corbin?
Doesn't look like you can. You don't have line of sight around the second of the double doors.
So that was 5, 10, 15.
Phelan managed to stumble through one of the doors, but not push open both of them.
Oh, I remember. I'm sorry. What I was gonna ask on my turn, that the dwarf, does he look familiar? Does he look like the red-haired dwarf we saw upstairs, or is he a completely
lieutenant?
different dwarf?
He's a gnome
No.
in this
Okay.
cell.
Never mind then.
No, I
Okay.
think she's
I haven't
asked.
said anything.
Was it a gnome that was the one that hugged the?
It's the gnome that's hugging the Requisitor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you said dwarf.
I
Sorry
could.
about that.
I thought I heard dwarf too.
So is Xerxes? Is he
You're all
the
racist.
Inquisitor?
Can't tell the difference between a dwarf and a gnome.
Nope.
That is what you were told, Yannick.
All right. Is that considered half cover? I guess.
For who?
Xerxes.
Yes.
All right. And without knowing. All right. I'll aim. Opening the doors in action.
It is not.
Can I swing that other door open?
Absolutely. As you push open the door,
Bah. Excuse me.
All right. Is Dodger a friend or foe?
you don't know. She's here with Corbin Reed.
She's a foe, yo. To everyone but get Garrett. But he's new, so you don't know.
Yannick, what are you doing in this moment? You have less than 6 seconds to decide what you are doing, sir.
Firing at Xerxes, and my second shot will be at Corbin Reed.
All right, fire those away, sir.
21.
21's going to hit Xerxes. Roll damage on that.
Shoot the gnome right in the head.
Crap. What is my plus? Four.
4 damage?
Yep.
All right.
It's crap
And the
damage.
shot against Corbin Reed, he's
That'll be
presently
it,
at half cover because he's got people standing in front of him.
Yeah, that fucking missed. That's 2.
2 is not going to hit. As Yannick charges down the hallway, throws open the second door beside Phelan, and just looses 2 arrows. Xerxes begins by turning back in the direction where this arrow just blasted into him. As he reaches and just tosses the auburn-haired girl through that unfolded handkerchief in the wall, she passes right through it, as if Corbin Reed had just revealed a tunnel hidden within this wall. He then turns around, and he starts some sort of incantation as his eyes start to faintly glow purple.
This is my end right here, guys. Nice knowing you.
Oh,
Oh,
not yet.
The door to the cell in front of you has just clicked open. The guy is looking very greedily in anticipation at your hands working upon the lock of his cell.
As soon as it pops open, I move out of the way. And do I see anybody I want to throw things at?
Well, that's entirely up to you.
So it appears that I can see Xerxes from where I'm standing.
You can see Xerxes standing behind what look to be melted cell bars.
And he's a bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a requisitor.
But I've seen, like, my supposed friends attacking that person.
Yes.
You just saw a city guard
Yeah.
shoot at the Inquisitor. A man dressed in the guard uniform just fired a longbow, and you can see that arrow sticking out of his purple armor.
All right. I'll throw a dagger at him.
All right.
That's as much information I need.
Fire away, sir.
Is Dodger an ally to Garrett?
23 is going to hit.
I mean, in her own words, no.
We're about to find out what's in her heart really soon.
Oh, looks like 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. As your dagger sticks into the side of the Requisitor, he just kind of chuckles as he pulls it out from the wound and just tosses it down to the ground.
I'm going to note where
As
that
he
dagger is.
continues mumbling this incantation.
Does it not break it?
Doesn't seem to have broken his concentration.
He's a hardy
Okay.
fellow.
Anything else you'd like to do, Garrett?
Yeah, I'm going to, like, step back a bit because I don't like him mumbling things at me.
All right.
I'm going to attempt to hide.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Thank you, sir.
Rogues.
As Phelan and Yannick, you have line of sight to this cell where a number of things are occurring as Corbin has just ushered in the gnomish occupant through this hole in the wall. As he then turns and just stands firmly in front of this hole that he has produced, almost blocking it with his form. As the door beside Garrett creaks open and this larger man steps out. You got a blade for me? The bigger the better.
I've got a long sword.
There are
Good enough
two
for
dead
me.
guards there are two dead guards right next to him.
There are two dead guards. As you guys see the same individual that you helped fight at a guard checkpoint stepping out from a cell
Oh, fudge.
They're gonna die.
and basically
No
coming
big deal.
around behind you guys. Corbin Reed in front, this guy behind as he is stepping up. Agrimar, a body loved over each shoulder. You are charging down this hallway. What's going on with Agrimar?
Same thing. Getting him down towards the other pile, the other two guard bodies, and he's just going
All
to
right.
start pushing these bodies down the hallway.
All
Kind of
right.
making like a pile and just pushing the pile down the hallway.
All right. Bickerstaff.
All right. Is there a weapon on this guard?
Roll me. There does look to be a short sword tied to his belt.
Okay,
Strap
so
it.
I'm gonna use my item interaction to grab the short sword.
All
and
right.
hand it, and he's gonna stand up and hand it to the big guy,
All right.
and he's gonna say, "If you don't betray us, I'll pay you some money after this. Here you go." And then he's gonna pull out his own short sword and shield and charge it to battle.
All right.
So he's gonna run in here. This is a wall in front of Xerxes, right?
It's cell bars that have been melted.
Free access.
So could I theoretically shove him with my shield?
You could try.
Love that phrase.
Sounds like Cognar lives.
Yeah.
I don't have shield mastery, but
Bickerstaff, you charge around the corner and see everyone that you hate in this world crammed into one cell. What are you going to do?
he's gonna get right up in this Requisitor's face, and he's going to use his. Okay, he's going to use his bonus action to switch his focus to Psionic Assault. Then he's going to mind bless this dude. The
All right.
Requisitor. Probably not going to work, but if it does.
That's good damage.
Last time you tried this, it seemed to have zero effect on this Requisitor whatsoever. As you once again attempt to grapple hold of his mind, you catch hold of it. And you start to do your best to harrow it, sending the most horrifying thoughts his direction. Most of them seem to just bounce off like rainwater hitting the side of a building, but some of them manage to pierce through as he almost recoils for a split second.
You have a small penis.
As he maintains concentration on the spell, but takes the 8 psychic damage.
Oh, I was going to say, is he resistant to it? Okay, you resist flavor. Okay, cool.
Flavor. I love
That's the end of my turn.
Zephyr.
it. Alright, Zephyr is going to try to keep moving along. 40 feet. She's up on the ceiling now.
All right.
That's her turn.
Good to know. As Dodger turns, basically she turns right 180 degrees around, turning back away from Phelan towards Corbin Reed, who's just standing there. And he doesn't budge. Dodger, me old girl. Do you really think I wouldn't figure out that you led him to Sanji? You broke my heart. And now it's going to cost you. I'm giving you this one chance to repay your debt and ensure your sister's not fed to gobble gut. You're going to kill him here, but you're going to die trying. As Corbin Reed turns and steps into that void, reaching up and yanking down upon the cloth as he does so, and the cloth just starts to tumble and fold onto its space as the handkerchief lies on the ground in the back of this cell. As she turns back around with a bit of a panic look in her eyes, and she raises the one blade she has drawn as she draws a second scimitar, and she swipes for Bickerstaff.
Yeah. Maybe Garrett could come in and change her.
I'll put you down.
So, Bickerstaff, the first strike with the short sword is going to be to the book. Where's your sheet? There we are. A 16 followed by a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
23 hits for. Going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Got it.
As your blade strikes upwards. As she takes a third swipe with one of her blades for a total of 12 to hit, which
12.
Scrapes off of your shield as you recoil. Phelan.
I'm going to meet this lovely gentleman at his doorway, and I'm going to start unlocking his door. He had a very convincing argument, and I'll
Roll low. Roll low.
And-
Roll low.
She's got keys, dude.
Having that ring of keys
I know.
that you collected,
She's gonna find
the
it.
guards themselves. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check to see how long it's going to take you to find the right key.
Oh my god, yes! She rolled
that
a
good?
2!
As you start placing one key after another into this gentleman's door and keep failing as you do so.
Hey, Lynn, what are you doing?
He said he wanted to help us. He seems very honest in his...
Why don't you stay out of this, you old fool?
Are you helping? I'm in.
He said he was helping.
Oh my god.
What does it look like I'm trying to do?
Kid prison break.
Can I
Yannick.
insight check him again or no?
On your turn, absolutely. Yannick.
That's my turn.
All right.
Yeah, does she get to save at the end of her turn?
She doesn't. I don't think so.
No, is it just friends? Yeah,
No,
no,
no.
she failed it once. She's
Oh,
she's
right.
done.
Okay.
Yeah,
One
no.
of his
One
though.
and done.
He's
Gotcha.
a really nice
It
guy.
lasts
You
for
guys
like a
don't
minute or
understand.
something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like an
I
hour
can
for
really
friends.
read these people. You guys don't even realize.
Yannick,
I'm a
what are you
piece of-
doing?
All right. 2 shots. 17 for Xerxes.
17.
Shots.
The arrow launches and it just
Take 2 shots.
splinters off of the front of a scale mail, seemingly having no effect.
19 for Dodger.
19's gonna hit Dodger as the arrow sinks into her. How much damage is that gonna be?
Fuck. 4.
You get sneak
Top
attack.
4.
What?
Kidding.
This is Yannick. He ain't got no sneak attack.
Anything else?
No,
Yeah.
kidding.
Yes. I will, back to here.
All right. As you back up, Varric stands up right beside you, looking towards you. Do you still have my bow? Can I borrow a few arrows?
Yeah, I'll, give him his bow and, half my lodge.
All right, you can do that on your turn. As presently the purplish energy flares out from Xerxes' eyes, as he reaches up and places his palm upon Dodger. Come now, small one. We've all got our battles to fight. As he adjusts his stance, drawing his blade through this void of darkness, producing it in front of him. And he looks almost excited as he turns back around, provoking an attack of opportunity from Bickerstaff as he reaches down and picks up that black handkerchief.
Damn, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, fuck it. Nope.
Oh. B.
As you swipe,
Whoa,
it's
yeah.
just
With my
a
mighty
beat
+1 to
too
hit.
late.
Watch out. +2 to hit. Sorry.
as the blade misses your intended target entirely, as he just turns around from you to scoop something off the ground before turning back and regaining his footing.
You forget. Bickerstaff not proficient with that weapon.
I don't forget. Bickerstaff's immediately Garrett.
No, those guys forget.
No, me. Yeah.
Well, just trying to make sure I don't have like a sneaky second attack somehow.
You have another dagger.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, obviously I don't have dagger, but I thought maybe dagger.
Dagger to work as action, bonus action.
Wait, I can attack with a dagger as an action, as a bonus action?
If you swing with a light weapon with one hand, you can swing with the other hand as a bonus. Bones are both light.
Dagger. But you don't have boots of haste, so you don't get another
Right,
dagger.
okay. Well, since I had to move more than 25 feet, it's just going to be dagger.
All right, and who are you daggering?
The big purple guy.
All right, take a swipe, sir. 15 as your blade swings upwards and it just scrapes off of the front of his armor, leaving a jagged mark, but it does not pierce any further than the metal.
Don't. We've gotten extra damage for. No, okay. Just trying to make sure I don't have any special abilities since, I've got somebody in range of him.
No, that's just sneak attack.
Okay.
Wah, wah.
All right. Well, that was it.
All right.
Sneak attack's still good.
It's still good.
So the big guy, armed with the short sword that Bickerstaff tossed over to him, starts to make his way forward, kind of cautiously eyeing both of the guards as he steps around them. And he gets to right here. And Garrett, you can just feel his hot breath on the back of your person. Let me at him. Let me at him.
Not a problem, friend.
Bickerstaff.
Fuck it. Bickerstaff's gonna try shoving this guy again.
All right.
Yep.
Come on, B.
14. Watch out.
14 is...
Question mark?
As you shove up against him, he hardly even budges.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that.
No.
Bonus action, Bickerstaff is going to switch to
Set him on fire.
boosting my AC to 19, and that is yeah, that's gonna do it.
All right, Zephyr.
Alright, Zephyr, using all of her movement that she can, will go into the ceiling above Bickerstaff. That's her turn.
All right.
Actually, can I get above, if I cut some corners, can I get above Xerxes instead of down? Go
You
up.
can certainly try.
I'd like to try. I'd like to be
All right.
closer. Yeah, closer. In the middle. Somewhere over there. I want to try to get as close to him, and then my intentions is to try to come down on a spindle of spider silk onto his body.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check as the spider.
I've got the stats now. I think it's +4. Woohoo! 22.
22.
Sorry. That's my excited. So I'm going to try to spindle onto his person.
All right. So you start creeping your way across the top of the ceiling. This teeny tiny spider.
Like one of those little red ones that are like creepy as fuck.
Is that a concentration spell, Phelan?
Yes, concentration up to a minute.
Okay. Good
In
luck.
large.
And it does give him disadvantage on strength checks and strength saves.
Good to know.
I'm not going for strength in this one.
And attack only with weapons deal 1d4 less damage. But that's only with weapons. So.
All right. As Dodger, in her state of panic, after this purplish energy washes over her, her eyes are just darting across all of you when Garrett steps in, and she pauses for a moment. A look of confusion spread across her face. Garrett, what are you doing here? As she strikes out towards Bickerstaff. This time, twice with her short sword. Bickerstaff, this is going to be a 16, an 8, and then twice with the scimitar. A 16, and then a 19 to hit.
That's a lot of attacks.
It is.
I'll take that hit. Yeah, 19 hits.
One hit. Right?
All right. So that is going to be 4 points of slashing damage from the scimitar. And Bickerstaff, can I have you roll me a strength save?
Ah, shit. Come on, B. Ah, there it is.
As her blade arcs up and manages to clip one of the buckles holding your shield firmly to your wrist, and you manage to arc it around in a bit of a swing in order to avoid her catching more of these leather fastenings,
Nice.
the straps that connect your shield to your arm. Phelan, what are you going to do?
Am I still letting this guy out, or can I do an action?
You said you wanted to insight this guy?
Yeah, because I know
Insight check,
Bickerstaff asked him.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That was a 14.
14. He doesn't seem the most trustworthy, but you feel like you know this guy.
You remind me of a tiefling I once knew. I think we'll get along just fine.
Oh, no.
Of course he does.
Not that tiefling. Not that tiefling, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I mean, Faylin sees Bickerstaff getting, attacked right now, so she really wants to get an extra hand in there. So I think she's going to try and finish opening this cage for him.
All right.
Is that her action, or can I be like...
Roll me another intelligence check to continue with the keys as your action.
22.
As the next one you turn, it twists, and there's a series of clicks. Click, 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 as the door clicks open.
And can I take a step back to allow him to get out, and then I have a clear shot on everyone, too?
By stepping back, you would provoke an attack of opportunity from the Requisitor, but you would have half cover because of the corner.
Ooh, you know what? I will wait. I have a plan.
All right.
Okay. We'll see. Yeah, that's my turn.
As he pushes open the cell door the rest of the way as wide as he can with you still standing there, he just stretches his arms as he breathes in deeply. Oh, I can't tell you how good it feels to breathe the air of a free man once again. Now then, I believe we have a deal. You said you need assistance? Have you an arcane focus of any sort? Yannick.
Let me look in my pack, because I'm not sure where did the pack tab go. It's gone.
Alright, so
Hmm.
can I move through big
You
boy
move
here?
through friendlies. This guy is not going to let you step past him. Oop.
Damn it.
You can go through Garrett, though, right?
You could
Oh, but
go
you
through
provoke.
Garrett, but then stepping away provokes.
You can shoot him.
So here's
both
somebody
ways.
talking about me.
I'm
Yep.
good right there, as long as this jackass don't get me.
What are
Alright,
you
so
doing, Yannick?
2 more strikes.
All right.
Xerxes, then Dodger. 23.
23 hits Xerxes.
Man, my fucking damage sucks. 5.
5 damage. Nice.
Different die. Different die.
As the
I
arrow
know,
makes
thank-
impact, it almost splinters, but some of those bits of arrow manage to sink in past the scale mail.
Alright, Horde Breaker for Dodger.
All right.
Natural 20.
That's gonna hit.
Nice.
Double damage dice.
Alright.
Real crappy. Real crappy.
Wait, y'all said
No.
person.
Do your roll.
Yannick, are you shooting or not?
Alright.
You already hit her.
I hit her.
Yeah.
She gets 14.
14 damage. Nice.
I love the whole dynamic of people have different parts in stake in this combat at the moment. It's great.
Yannick, anything else you're doing?
Yeah, let's see.
Crying.
Moving back.
Yeah, I'm good for now. I'm back.
All right. So Varric is going to step into the same spot that you were and take a couple of pot shots at the purple knight that just cleaved him almost in half. And as Varric is shooting, still getting over the throes of having just been unconscious, as neither arrow is going to make impact. As he steps back and just starts finally adjusting the tips of the string as if it might have been the bow that caused this.
Don't blame the equipment.
And Xerxes just chuckles as both of the arrows just explode off of him with no impact whatsoever.
I blame the GM.
GM dice.
All right, little one. We'll start with you first. As he swings his blade downwards upon you, Garrett. And
So we never did resolve my question.
what was your question?
I feel like I should have some extra hit points because I'm now level 3.
You should, yes.
So can I quickly roll those because they could come in handy right now?
Crit.
Definitely, they could come in handy right now.
I need that extra
it's
6.
A D8.
D8. How about a 5 plus your con mod?
I'll take that.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's 6 more hit points.
Ow.
More hit points.
I called it. I said 6.
Better than nothing.
A lot better. Yep. Okay. Now you can go ahead and destroy me.
Just giving him disadvantage on this.
What?
Is your psychic focus giving him disadvantage? Is that the one that you have active right now?
No, that's I got rid of that one.
Okay. So he's swinging down at Garrett.
Yep. No, I've got the one that gives me a higher AC right now.
With no trouble whatsoever. That's I appreciate
But
that.
when my paladin comes in, that's going to be happening all the goddamn time. So get ready for that.
All right. So Garrett, the first one of these swings is coming at you with a 12 to hit, followed by a 21.
21 hits.
21 hits.
Thankfully, the 12 doesn't.
Awesome.
Even though I have no armor.
High dex. Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a dexterous mofo.
Here's the first swipe, and just take the full force of the jab as it thrusts forward with an arc of flame as it makes impact with your torso, dealing 10 points of slashing damage and 5 points of fire damage to you, sir.
Well, that's only half my HP.
Jeez.
God damn.
That's half my HP.
What are you going to do about that?
So, there's a dagger laying at his feet, right?
There it is.
And I'm really short. So I can just, like, reach down and grab that thing.
You could certainly try.
Free interact.
No one's holding it.
Okay, well,
If you can
I will
reach it, you could
I will try to pick it
theoretically
up.
grab it.
All right. You reach for the dagger, swipe it up.
Catch him in the groin.
is that going to cost me any actions?
Reaction.
Sweet. Then it's dagger, retreat.
Dagger,
Right in the
let's
groin.
see it.
Well, be careful. You can dagger and then bonus action retreat.
As the first slice does not make impact, cast his armor.
But I should be able to attack, bonus action, and then move.
Right, but if you move, you're going to provoke.
Yeah, it's worth
So
it.
you need your bonus
Worth
action
it?
to
Okay.
disengage.
Is
Go
Bickerstaff
for it.
saying?
Stag him in the nuts.
I'm helping somebody who hasn't played D&D in a
Hey,
while,
hey,
okay?
Garrett's really pissed.
Hey, it's up to you,
Oh.
man. I'm just letting you know how to avoid, like, dying.
Second swipe also leaves a nice trail of scratches across his purple armor, but does not draw blood.
And I'm going to say, Dodger, now's your chance to break free of Corbin. Fight with us! As I step back behind Bickerstaff.
I love it.
Garrett, roll me a persuasion check for Dodger, as Xerxes is swinging with
Oh,
his
wait,
blade.
didn't Xerxes already swing? Oh, no, Phelan didn't move. Crap.
Shoot him.
Then Xerxes had a turn.
Hey, for a +0, that's not bad.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all-
trying.
But Garrett, will a 19 hit?
Yeah, well.
Oh, God. Rip Gary.
Coming at you for 12 points of slashing damage and 6 points of fire damage to you.
I'm
sir.
unconscious.
As Garrett steps away, the blade clips, drawing right up his back, clipping a few of the ribs as it just melts through Garrett's form as he collapses at the feet of these two individuals.
I think at least I can fall backwards out of that space.
I
If
think
they
this
would've
guy's gonna
missed,
step over you,
potentially.
no matter what. Hopefully.
We can stand
As
up on
your freed friend has just been given an opportunity to step forward.
Exactly.
To roll for your new friend, go ahead and roll me a d20
Oh,
plus
okay.
5 to hit.
Since you're going to be down for a little bit.
You're occupied. As he is swinging straight for Dodger. First one in his path, a 16 is not going to hit. As she swings both of her blades up and just throws his short sword back downwards. Second swing with a short sword. Sir, Another D20 plus 5.
Oh,
24.
24.
He goes for the swing again. He forces his blade with the weight of himself behind it. As both of her blades arc downwards and clips her, it just starts to tear into the side of her face from the swing.
Oh,
If you would roll me a
that's
D6 plus 3.
That would be 4.
4 damage. As his blade just tears across the side of her face. Bickerstaff.
Okay. Bickerstaff is going to keep his
Wits about him.
shield up in front of him. And he's gonna touch Garrett with his foot. And he's going to mend Garrett's wounds with my last psiotic point.
I'm sure I really want some old man touching me.
Well, you get 8 hit points back, whether you want them or not. The best I got, literally. Then I had a question. Could I sheath my short sword and like brace my shield with my other hand so she can't tear it away from me?
You could certainly try, and I'd give you advantage on a strength save.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
All right.
As Bickerstaff just sheathes the sword and grabs his kind of shield behind with like both hands.
All right, Zephyr.
All right, so Zephyr is going to start coming down the spiderweb
All right.
onto his person. Do I see where that handkerchief is?
Where were you when he scooped it up?
Right above him.
I was right above him when he had his
Right above
turns.
him? Roll me a perception check. Or investigation check.
Investigation.
Your choice.
12. Perception.
12. You do not see where he tucked it.
Oh, wow. All right.
He put it somewhere very special.
Very special.
Shifts, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm spent. All right. So I'm gonna be on his back, and I'm gonna, as a bonus action, drop my form, grab the collar of his armor, and slash down into his neck with power
right.
savagery.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Would he still be reduced even though he's not a spider anymore?
My form was reduced.
It would still be. Effectively, Zephyr's now a small lizard.
Okay.
Just for
So I'm like a halfling-sized lizard folk.
Yes.
The baby
And
lizard.
Zephyr, you're making this attack at advantage.
Sweet. Let's see. That is going to be, with the plus 5, 18?
18 is not going to hit.
Fuck. Alright. Well, that's my turn.
As you arc downwards and just tear across the scale that is his armor. And his
Nothing could be so terrible.
grin wavers for a moment. As Dodger turns around at this new threat that has just made itself apparent behind the two of them. She's taken 4 swipes with her blades directly towards Zephyr.
Bring it.
Zephyr, first two with the short sword come in your direction are going to be 21s, both 21s to hit
Mm-hmm.
for both 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Still up?
So 18 total?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, she's taking a third swipe with her scimitar for a 17 to hit
That hits.
for 5 points of slashing.
I am unconscious.
As you fall unconscious, she is
Going to keep stabbing you.
She would.
Because she hates you.
stabbing at the large guy that just cleaved part of her face off. As she swings,
That makes sense, actually.
he's able to swing it effectively downwards, harmlessly, as it does not make impact upon him. Phelan,
Okay, I have a technical question real quick.
Go ahead.
I have the Wand of Magic Missile. I can use that as an arcane focus without casting Magic Missile, right? I can just use it as a wand. Okay. So then I'm going to hand this guy my quarterstaff that has a small chip off the top from me breaking it earlier, but it's still fully functional.
All right.
And I'm going to turn to the Inquisitor. I am going to cast Shacked Grasp on him. 23 to hit.
23
Nice.
is going to hit, and is that made it? Next time you can make it an advantage because he's wearing metal armor.
Ooh, well,
Oh, roll it again, see if you get a crit.
Across his form, dealing 8 lightning damage. Yeah.
She might as well roll again.
Just in
see if
case.
She gets a crit.
Nope.
lightning damage.
You do 8 points of lightning damage to this gentleman as your palm reaches up and sears lightning across his form, and
No
can't take
reaction
reactions.
from him. So I'm going to step back.
as you were stepping back, you notice that the lightning is dissipating across his form significantly faster than you would have hoped. He still seemed to have felt the impact of it, and he's still too slow to take that opportunity swing at you. But it doesn't look like your palm did as much damage as you might have hoped for.
It's
Okay.
lightning or something.
Like,
Oh.
Go ahead.
so is Garrett down still?
No, Zephyr's down. Garrett's up.
I have 8 hit points.
I don't know why.
I'm on the
Garrett
floor.
still has the blood thing. but
Okay.
He's fine.
I saw the blood.
Oh,
He's
spurt.
under-
the dot
yeah.
needs to be removed.
Okay. Well, I can't get the Zephyr up yet, so I'm gonna say Zephyr.
I can't get
No.
to Zephyr either.
No.
I thought it was a good plan, guys. I'm sorry.
You wanted her dead.
No, I didn't want her dead. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the drop on this guy, and I did, and it didn't
Safe
work.
as the spider,
Yeah, you should
Zephyr.
probably-
What are you doing?
Does Zephyr ever
The
have
only
good
thing you
plans?
could have done is get the drop on Dodger, I guess.
Yeah.
As Phelan, you said you handed over your wand? The
Not my
regular
wand, the quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff. All right, you hand over the quarterstaff, and this gentleman
Perfectly
steps
functional
out.
wood chipped quarterstaff.
from his cell, and he once again just takes a deep inhalation as he closes his eyes. It feels so good to be free. What is your name, friend? I will remember you.
I am Phelan Seraph. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Phelan Seraph. You may call me a reverence. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I'll shake his hand, feeling like
Now
I'll
then.
get you somewhere.
Which of these are giving the most trouble?
Yeah, the Requisitor, if you don't mind. He's
Very well.
very...
Claps his hand as he starts to spin the quarterstaff. As he does so, his attention focuses upon this Requisitor as he begins just mumbling a series of words. Does anyone speak Infernal?
No, not anymore.
You know, I skipped those classes.
Nobody knows what is being said as he is having a one-way discussion with this Purple Knight. As the Purple Knight looks up and responds in the same language. Before he grabs hold of his hand, clearly experiencing some sort of immense pain, akin to what Bickerstaff is often to do to his enemies. As the Inquisitor looks back up and just purple blood
You mean
starting-
him with my short sword?
is
Yeah.
dripping out from his nose and his eyes, and he looks almost scared for a moment. Yannick.
All right. Those arrows.
All right, all right, all right.
For Xerxes.
17 does not hit. The arrow just explodes off of his armor.
Man.
You're an evil man.
Has more plate armor. Cut him some slack. We know his AC is 20.
Dodger misses. I got like a 9.
2 shots, and they both miss once again as
Does she count
Varric
as
steps up
undead?
immediately behind you. And following suit, he takes a shot at each of them.
These guard tactics. Look at these in work, man.
Right. His arrow is
They're not being
going to
very
sink
effective,
into
but
the
they're
Inquisitor,
working.
dealing some damage, but his shot misses Dodger. She dips out of the way as she turns back around
She dipped,
in her
ducked,
space.
dodge.
Hey, Amanda, I need you to do me a favor. Amanda?
She's either dead or muted.
Muted.
But Xerxes looks about the room as he focuses his attention and begins muttering in this infernal language as his eyes dip over towards the freed tiefling besides Phelan. As he raises his hand, his blade in one hand, as a purplish glow starts to fill the palm of his other, as he rises it up and higher, focusing upon it as he just blinks out from sight,
Oh, great.
disappearing. Garrett.
Well, Garrett is going to roll out from under the feet of this big guy
All right.
to more like right there. And he's going to call out, Dodger, all your so-called friends have abandoned you. Stop. Come with us.
Dude, new friend is going to murder the shit out of her.
Garrett, roll me a persuasion check.
With advantage?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Slowly getting better.
As you roll out of the way, you know she does not swing at you as you are moving out of the way, but her gaze is looking at the empty space where the Requisitor was but a moment ago. Anything else you would like to do, Garrett?
Yeah, I'm going to stand up or like bring myself non-prone
All right.
and have both daggers ready and be looking around because that Requisitor could definitely just be invisible.
Absolutely. While you are doing that, I'll be right back.
But I just did it. It's done. It's over.
Then I guess he'll be right back.
I did it at the speed of thought.
Don't trust the tiefling.
Probably don't want to be trusting any of these people, but
Hey, turn them free. I was wrongly imprisoned. Maybe they were too.
No, this guy right next to me, the bald dude, definitely rightfully imprisoned.
Hey, is he helping us fight against the big purple evil guy?
Yeah, but I did watch him murder 3 guards.
Maybe the guards were trying to wrongfully imprison him.
They were not. He attacked a checkpoint while we were standing in line.
I'm sure he had a good reason.
Yeah, he got paid by the guys that were trying to get through.
Yeah,
the
there was a
checkpoint.
note on his body saying that he was paid.
I hear the sound of metagame.
Hey, he wasn't here.
We were just
Neither was Garrett.
metagaming. We were just discussing the ethics of a prison break.
Cool beans. All right. So, Garrett, as you ready yourself, you said you're standing yourself back up?
Yep.
All right. As you do so, the gentleman in front of you is taking 2 swings with his short sword. And the first is going to miss, but the second is going to slash across Dodger's shoulder. Dealing some damage. Bickerstaff.
Biggerstaff's going to attempt to move into the empty space.
All right.
And he...
Stepping forward, nothing seems to stop you.
Okay. And then he's going to, keeping his shield towards Dodger, Zephyr, you haven't rolled a death save yet.
Nope. I'm good.
But he's going to be alive for 1 turn. Okay.
I don't know. He could roll a nat 1 that's scratched off the die, and that counts as 3 death fails.
I have one of those.
See, it's
Bickerstaff is going to Mind Thrust Dodger.
All right.
Mind
That was
thrust.
without Psionic Assault.
Good damage.
Yeah, that was without the +2 also.
So her total is a 15 on her save.
Oh, she's good.
If you'd like to
Okay.
describe your attack.
Yeah, nothing happens.
So what's Bickerstaff doing?
He was just looking at her.
Because a missed
Intently.
swing. Or it's still a swing.
Yeah, he doesn't
He's
have
just
his
eye contact.
he doesn't have
giving
his
her-
sword out. Remember, he's got both hands on his
I'm
shield.
saying a missed swing like with a sword is still a swipe, so that's why I was asking if he's doing anything when he misses.
He looks
Not with
constipated.
his cantrip. He's just kind of looks like he's concentrating. But then he's gonna use his bonus action to keep kind of looking like he's concentrating and switch his psionic focus to that, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, Zephyr, please.
Sorry, that's the sound of death. That's a fail.
They do
Fail.
say people fart when they die, so why not burp?
Right?
As Dodger is going to take a series of strikes at the man who is making his way into her cell. As she is swinging, it is going to be a 5, a 17, an 11, and another 17 to hit.
They all miss.
And just in a panic, she is wildly flailing her arms. The blades are dancing off with numerous points of impact across Bickerstaff's armor, but none of them manage to find flesh. And in a bit of a panic, she calls out, "Garrett, you don't understand. He has my sister, Phelan. What are you going to do?"
She's dead already.
She's dead already. She's dead already.
I'm going to turn to the tiefling, which I forgot his name. I think you said started with an R. But
Reverence.
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 I was gonna say reverence. I was close.
Tiefling, how art thou? Good day,
I would
Reverend.
say that was magnificent. You've been more than helpful. I must warn you, though, there may be something more approaching. We could be backed into a corner here. So just a fair warning. And then I'm going to step forward, like into Bickerstaff, and then diagonally into there, if that works. So I can get there. And then I'm going to give Zephyr my healing potion, the last one.
All right.
Don't you die on me, Zephyr.
I think
I'll
Phelan has a thing for
fly.
Zephyr.
Yeah, we have plans together.
Alright.
As
I'll take
Zephyr,
those 5.
blinking your eyes open from the taste of glass and whatever fluid you just swallowed, you were once again looking from the brink of death onto Phelan's face.
Saved you twice now. Don't you die on me, damn it.
I'm sorry.
Although it'd be very interesting to dissect you. I never had a leader before.
Phelan, the tiefling
Morbid and
voice rings
creepifying.
out.
That's Phelan.
Metamorphose meaning what exactly?
Well, here's the thing. 6-second response. We came here to take down Corbin Reed. There could be more Requisitor reinforcements coming if we can't do the job, and they might slaughter us all. Long story short.
Very well then, something must be done about that. As he starts to step his way forward. Garrett, will you let this gentleman pass?
Yes, I will.
All right. So stepping 5, 10, 15, 20.
As he steps by me, I do want to give him a quick once over and see if there's anything worth pickpocketing.
From a prisoner?
Yeah, be a perception check.
You take his quarterstaff. Yeah!
Of course, although everything else has been stripped off of him, he's got just the tatters that you yourself were limited to but a moment ago.
Yeah, but his tatter's probably in better shape than mine are because I have a big rip in the back.
Potentially.
You
Okay,
can
I'll
take the
let you
clothes off his back.
He also has a rip in the back of his, as you now see a tail flicking to either side as he steps by.
Never mind.
You don't want a hole in your
I
pants.
know how you like those tails, Ben.
As he steps forward, Yannick, will you let this freed prisoner by?
Yeah, I'll let him roll.
All right, so he
Yannick's like, "It's
proceeds
not my
past
prison."
Yannick and Barrick. Right about there. Yannick, with that, you are up.
Bickerstaff. Are we going to dispatch Dodger?
I don't know. That's up to her.
I'll hold my action to wait to see what she does.
All right. Garrett.
I'm going to talk to Dodger. Working with Corbin is no way to save your sister. He's always going to use her against you.
You don't understand. The reason I stuck by his side for so long is because he promised he'd free her when we came to Lawmaker. Now he has her. She went down for a crime that I committed. I already owe her my life.
Oh, she was the brown-haired girl.
Auburn-haired. Yes.
Sorry.
Auburn hair.
Then let us save her. Not serve Corbin Reed.
Where did she go? Where did they go through that black portal?
Garrett, roll me a persuasion check with advantage this time.
Come on, Garrett.
Advantage.
I don't want to kill your friend. Ah,
Oh,
damn
look,
it,
11.
Garrett.
Hey, it could have been a 4.
That's true.
10.
As her stance starts to loosen up somewhat, her glare is still focusing upon the larger man that cleaved into a part of her face. You won't find him. He's hidden beneath the tunnels and the sewers. It's a long, long way to where he is. You need my help if you're going to find him. And if we find him, you have to promise me that I won't have to look over my shoulder for the rest of my life for him. Garrett, you promise me this.
I've been trying to kill Corbin Reed for 3 years. You have my word.
The big guy is going to take a swipe. 2 swipes with his short sword. The first one, she lashes out of the way, but he's real quick on the second slice that cleaves into her person, dealing some more damage as it clips the side of her stomach. Bickerstaff.
Say there, gent. I think she's had enough. Great job. I think our tiefling fellow needs some help with the guards that are coming down the hallway that way. You should assist him. We got it handled here. I've got 100 gold with your name on it. I promise you.
Well then, let's see it. I'd like to at least hold it in my hands one last time before I'm arrested by the Requisitors, or worse.
Bickerstaff will pull out his gold purse and hand it to the guy.
Whole thing?
Yeah, I've got 100 gold in my purse.
All right.
I've got like copper and silver backups, so like I've got some money. But
Bickerstaff,
yeah,
as you hand over this 100 gold coin purse, roll me a
101
persuasion
gold.
check. All right.
Yeah, he's got 101 gold in his hand. Zero gold.
How's that persuasion check?
Oh, persuasion. Oh, well.
Come on,
Do I
big.
get advantage on it?
I thought to ask,
Does it
does
count?
he get advantage because he's handing him gold?
You get the roll because you're handing in gold.
Good enough.
Oh,
7?
So you hand over this large
Bickerstaff's got
pouch of
negative
gold.
I know. Oh, do I know?
Doing anything else, Bickerstaff?
That's all I got.
All right, Zephyr.
Zephyr
Quite
stands up.
literally, that is all you've got.
I am very tired of this whole conundrum and situation we're in. She's going to move down to the big guy. I've got a problem with you. And she's going to primal savagery this guy.
All right.
Is he flanked by chance?
It does not look like anyone's on the other side of where you are.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were doing the to the side, whatever's correct.
I mean, my awesome flanking rules.
We do that in some
Remedy.
situations. I wasn't sure. Because I've got two allies. Whatever. Plus 5. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Oh my god. I forgot to get dice out. Here we go. Oh, shit. That's going to be 7 points of acid damage.
7 acid damage as your bite burns a hole in his side.
Since I see the attack with my hold action,
Bickerstaff says,
That's up to
"Okay,
you.
so much for that."
Yannick, are you acting?
yeah, I'm not letting Zephyr do this alone.
All right. So what are you
I
doing,
will
Yannick?
take, long sword.
Longsword, let's see it.
And I will use a bonus action to healing word myself.
All right. And Yannick, your slice will be an advantage.
Oh,
Because
thank
Dodger
God.
is still visibly hostile towards this guy and on the other side.
Oh, much better. Went from a 3 to 18.
18 will hit.
4, so 22. All right. And longsword's going to be 1d8 plus 2. Where's my 8? Damn it. There we go. Fuck. 4.
4 damage. As your blade slashes across his person moments after Zephyr unleashes herself towards him. All right, then I suppose it wouldn't hurt to finish this one off at least. As Dodger turns her flurry of swings on him and rolls some of the lowest rolls she's made thus far. As 3 of them are not going to connect, but the 4th will. As she slices into him, doing minimum damage. Phelan.
Garrett on the other side of that guy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
Yes.
did she get advantage in all those?
That makes 3 hits instead. Rolling much better damage with 3 hits rather than 1 minimum.
This is why you're getting dirty diapers.
Ow, son of a bitch.
Phelan.
I have extra help speaking right now. So, I'm going to go around this mess. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to go back into the hallway. 25. That's Barrick. Okay. We're going to take one more step forward. And I'm going to kind of say to the tiefling guy, just a quick question. What happened to the requisitor
Phelan,
guy?
while you're calling out down the hall towards this tiefling individual, a blade comes swiping in your direction from somewhere behind you. And
Leaving that conundrum of mess.
roll a 24 hit.
Yep. Yep.
As short sword is going to slash down the back of you, dealing 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh, no thanks. I should not take that extra step out. That's cool.
And can I get a Constitution save?
Oh yes, because Zephyr small still. How's a 5? Zephyr
As
gets
Zephyr grows considerably in size.
Zephyr, you're big again.
I'm a real girl.
Hot grew 4 times that day.
Huh.
And be like,
Ah,
hey, Mr. Reverend.
That's a really dangerous disease and an enlarged heart.
yes, it's terrible.
What was that, Amanda?
Mr. Reverend.
Mr. Reverend, and then I'm gonna turn back and damn you, skinhead man, and then I'll turn back. What did you do to the Requisitor man? He disappeared with that handkerchief we may have been able to use. I just saw him disappear. That's my turn, because that's all my movement.
All right. Well, then perhaps you should have said something about how you still needed him alive, or to search his corpse, then. No mention of it was not in the deal, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm actually going to... Since I'm not using an action, I'm going to use partial movement to come here.
All right.
In case I need to dive into the cell, I might be able to hide from death. We will see what happens. Lock myself in.
You certainly try.
We'll see. We'll see. Could be interesting.
As you watch the tiefling gentleman, Phelan, since your attention is on him, the others seem to be preoccupied elsewhere. Roll me a perception check.
That was a 14.
All right. You see a slight shimmer across his form before he steps around the corner here.
Good luck, Mr. Tiefling Man.
Yannick.
Oh, God.
Alright. I guess, longsword again.
All right.
Get swung at.
With advantage for flanking.
20 on the first one.
20 hits. Not 20 or 20 total?
20 total. 22 total on the second one, so either way.
Whoops. You mean the second one for advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans. So what's the damage on that?
It's a number so large it defies counting.
Right? Let me break out the calculator. Hang on one sec. Damn it. What is it?
All of
it. So 7.
7. Yannick, how do you want to do this?
Nice. I'll slip in between Zephyr and Garrett, run the sword right up his throat through his back of his head.
All right, so as he is swinging his blade downwards and cleaves into Phelan's back, you step up behind him and thrust your blade into his person, and he just stops moving, and you feel the whole weight of him as he just drops like a rock.
See that Bickerstaff? Up.
That's definitely the cheaper option. Can you hand me my purse, please?
Yeah, I'll reach down and grab it and hand it to you.
Yannick, as you do so, there's like a deathlock vice grip on the coins. It takes you some doing to pry his dying fingers off of the bag, but you are able to do so.
He didn't say cold.
Still very much.
We're not cold yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been long enough to be cold.
Alright, I'm not moving anywhere. I'm staying put for now until I see what happens.
And with that, Dodger is still looking around very much cautiously at everyone else you can see.
Dodger, you have to tell us. Where's Corbin gone?
He went down to the sewers towards one of the pump stations. As far as I know, that's where he set up a workstation for Darius. You might have some time to catch him, at least until he finishes his work. But after that, I know they're going to be fleet. Darius Kane, yes. Everybody, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check on hearing the name Darius Kane.
Can I roll history?
Absolutely.
That was a 7.
What's the check?
Intelligence or history.
Great. I'll suck you at both. 17.
17.
Oh, shit. Come on, guys.
I mean, it's not like I have a +5 or anything.
That's right.
Zephyr,
I got 12.
in passing through some of your customers, going back and forth, just kind of doing what a good showman does. You know, getting to know your customers, learning the ins and outs, just kind of having conversations that don't really mean anything. Hearing the word name Darius Kane brings up one of those memories. You're recalling conversation about a band professor that worked at the academy who was caught practicing hemomancy, the arcane school of magic which requires sacrifice amongst its spell components, also known as sacrificial blood magic. And it was when his practice of this arcane school was discovered, he was sentenced to a dark prison cell. Last you heard, it was till the end of at least all of eternity.
Nice.
Those damn hemomancers.
Zephyr will speak up and say, "Oh no, Darius is a hemomancer. That's not good."
Worse,
He's a
he's
what?
an alchemist.
Oh.
Reed has been trying to perfect his recipe that he came across for some time, but he keeps failing. So he came after the source of the notes himself in order to perfect what he's working on.
Dodger, are there any ways to get into the sewer from here?
From Longacre, no. Nearest entrance I know to the sewers is at least a block and a half away.
Where did the whole thingy go?
I have no idea. I've never seen that before.
Ah, crap.
Perhaps we should have this discussion somewhere else.
I'm open to suggestions.
Me too.
What do we know?
Cool.
Out of character,
Any
what do we know
ideas?
about this courthouse / prison?
Oh, dude, it's like a maze.
Sounds like the party knows nothing about it.
No, I was already told that even as a guard, I still don't know the.
Well, so if we have a second, I don't know if we're talking out of character or not. We're talking out of character.
I was just curious if there was any out of character or in character knowledge you guys could share out of character.
You want us to metagame, Ben? Is that what you're asking us to do?
No.
I had this
That's
information, but I don't
exactly
think I
what
can share it.
Well, in game, I'm asking, what do we know about this place? But I'm also asking the
Courthouse.
GM things like, what would Garrett know?
Zephyr
you know
would relay
courthouse?
everything
We
that she
know-
knows about the area.
It's
What does
where
Zephyr know about the area?
prisoners are held before court, so it's not like a constant.
So what you're saying is the prison. Okay, got that, got that.
It's not a prison though. It's a holding place before court. So these people aren't here all the
Oh,
time.
excuse me, it's a jail.
Yeah, I guess it's a holding cell type thing. And that's all I got really. I think that's about it. We know that there was the back door we snuck in through. We knew that there was the front door that.
I like that last part. Back door you snuck in through.
Yeah, there's the back door we snuck in through. The front door the army's coming through, and we know that from the downstairs that we're still trying to figure out our way downstairs. I think there could possibly be another entrance due to one thing that we came across, but I'm not really sure. So we'll see. We know that there's one exit so far.
And that apparently there's a prison.
Not a prison. It's a holding cell.
Yannick will ask Zephyr, what did you see? How far did you get? How far are they away from behind us?
I came running once I heard the commotion, so I didn't actually get to see anybody come. But what I do know of a location is the stairway that we went up to that goes back to the Arbiter's office, which is a relatively secret passage, which might be our way out. But we have to get back to the main hallway in order to get there, as far as I know. There's also the executioner's room. What?
Where is the Purple Mountain Man right now?
Talk and walk.
You
Let's
don't know.
go.
What?
Talk and
I
walk.
go-
Let's go. Come on, lead the
Can I
way,
go
Zephyr.
forward
Oh,
to see if I can
yeah,
see
okay.
the purple
Zephyr-
mountain around
Zephyr
the
will-
corner?
Phelan, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
17.
Phelan, creeping around that next corner, you see the big, large purple mountain man with a small pile of corpses in front of him. And he's presently on his knees, hands on his head, seemingly having some sort of a discussion with what looked to be a dozen of the MistHaven guards standing in front of him.
I want to put my wand away, put my hands up, and walk forward. And the corpses in front of him, are they MistHaven guards?
They're
Are they
Emerald
good?
Enclave, basically the federal government.
The
Army
undead guys that were walking around.
They were the undead
There are
guys?
4 dead guards in front of him.
Okay. I'm going to go forward. My hands up above my head, wand put away. And I'm going to yell out, we're here under Cassandra Creed's orders. He's with us. Please, don't shoot. We can explain everything if you just lower your weapons and let us explain, please.
Phelan, there are about 8 light crossbows trained upon your position as you were starting to make your way down this hallway. 4 of them are still very much attentive to the large purple man in front of them, but the rest have shifted their aim slightly from him towards you.
Yeah, I'm
As
gonna
you were
like
saying this.
kind of get down on my knees, like, nope, I don't wanna do this. I shouldn't have came around the corner. Yep, get on my knees.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stay where you are until every prisoner from this building is accounted for. A number of cells have been unopened and unlocked, and they are rooms free, and we will not stop in our pursuit until all of the criminals who attacked this building are accounted for, and every man that was locked up beneath this building is recaptured.
I mean, to be fair, I might be sitting here for a really long time. I'm just gonna shut up and keep my hands in the air. And
Are we hearing this?
I would like to repeat really loudly, like extra loudly for the people behind me.
We would have heard it.
I'm sure, but I'm gonna repeat it extra loud. Be like, so you're looking for all the prisoners now. I will wait here while you search. I'll like yell it extra loud so everyone
Zephyr,
behind me could hear.
Zephyr will go to Yannick and say, Yannick, I think that this is your opportunity to get us out of a jam.
Yannick looks around real quick. Grab that uniform off the guard. Give it to Garrett.
He's
Garrett,
very
you follow
small.
me. The lead. Make it work. I mean, is Garrett
He's a
halfling,
halfling.
right? So that's what, 4 foot?
Just
3
cut the
foot.
sleeves off.
Does he even see me at the moment?
You guys are basically around this L corner. Phelan just stepped around the side, got maybe 10, 15 feet, and then you heard her voice as well as these others shouting out around that next corner.
Yeah, and I'm trying to sneak with Dodger.
Where are you trying to sneak to? This is a 10 by 10 hall with cells along one side of it. No real good hiding spots.
Was Dodger a prisoner?
Are you asking her that?
Dodger, was
I'm
you in a
walking
cell?
of my own accord. If you have a problem with it, we can finish what you started.
Dodger, listen to me. Were you in a cell or did you come with Reed?
I came here.
With Reed.
Okay. Dodger, is she human? What is she?
Last I checked,
All right, you grab a uniform. Garrett, suck in your pride a little bit, and I want you to climb up Bickerstaff's back and get underneath a cloak or clothing or something.
Fine by me.
All right,
Really
Dodger, you and
Goonies
me
this
up
shit.
front. Biggerstaff walking
Barrett
the hunt.
steps up beside you, Yannick. I believe it might be best if you help me back into my cell.
That's
Okay.
probably a good idea.
I'll lead him back in.
Oh, take the boat.
Retrieve his weapons.
Take the boat. Take the boat.
All right, everybody get the gist of this. I'll lead the way. We're Special Enclave for Cassandra Reed.
Yep.
All right, marching in order. Me and Dodger up front. I'll do the talking.
All right.
If it helps, I'm proficient with disguise kit.
Disguise
Anything
as a
you can
hump.
do to it.
Garrett,
It takes
Garrett,
two.
go ahead and roll me a disguise kit to see how well you can make this uniform fit Dodger.
Can I possibly use a poisoner's kit or thieves' tools?
Not on this.
That's not bad.
You do the best that you can in this moment you have while Yannick's kind of dragging her forward. Yannick, the two of you step around the corner, and those crossbows locked on Phelan, 6 of them shift up towards the two of you.
Sir? What are you doing down here?
Cassandra Reed sent us down here. We've secured the area. Of course, Corbin Reed got away. To move on, we've already freed the prisoners. You need
By the
to
way,
leave this
well,
area.
there's no exits from this building, as we've been led to believe.
No, there's not. He used some sort of magical device to get out of the last cell. Please secure the rest of this area. We're moving forward to where we know he's headed.
All right, the two of you may pass. You,
No.
prisoner, on the ground, stay where you are.
No, they are with
I'm not
me.
going anywhere.
We are fine.
Respectfully, sir, I don't think you have the authority to take the prisoners with you, sir.
What prisoners?
The lady and the purple man will be staying here with us. The two of you report back to Cassandra.
The rest of these are with me. This is our accord with Cassandra Reed. We are a team.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Damn it. Respect my
Did
torta.
she get advantage? Because I was kind of saying the same thing, so it's like obviously the same story going through.
I'm going to say no on this
No.
one.
It's worth a shot.
Not disadvantage for.
What?
Don't give them ideas, man.
Persuasion.
Come on, Yannick.
6.
Oh,
And how many number your group?
6.
6. And where are the 4 others?
Zephyr
They're
rounds the
behind me
corner.
and coming up. We're securing the area.
Very well then. You, 6 may leave, but we'll be following with you.
As he turns around, and 6 of them lower their crossbows and start walking up to effectively flank around the sides of you guys. Assuming Zephyr and Bickerstaff with Garrett tucked away are stepping up behind them.
Oh yeah, yeah. As soon as he said 6, I came out with my hands up.
All right.
Because I'm here.
All right, so we start marching, get our way out. Hopefully, we'll meet up with Cassandra again. I assume we're going out the front door now since the guard came through.
That's entirely up to you. They start leading you guys upstairs through the entrance that you did not take. They start leading you through the chamber where Phelan first spotted Agrimar. And then to the south, through a couple of sets of double doors, and then twisting, you find yourselves looking up a stone staircase that ascends up to the ground level that leads you up through a holding cell in one of the courtrooms, back around through these smaller hallways that some of you spotted, and then they start leading you to the grand entry hall. And they are making themselves towards the front doors, where you can see.
Sorry, I'm moving so slow. I took a little bit of a beating in that fight.
And
Zephyr will
man.
assist Bickerstaff.
I'm an old man. I'm sorry.
Yannick,
Oh,
you can see
be
Cassandra
unlucky.
Creed here in the Grand Hall, kind of issuing out some orders to like locations to search, checking on not prisoners, hostages that have already been rescued, as well as to check in on some of the arbiters that were reported to have been working today. Seeing you approach, a look of relief washes over her face. Please, tell me it's done.
Nope. He got away.
Well, the bastard got away, but we know where we can find him. We're rushing
And
to
we
his
know what he took.
position.
Her gaze kind of shifts towards Bickerstaff as he mentions this. What he took.
Who he took, actually. Little gnome fellow, Zephyr, you knew his name. What was his name?
The gnome fellow?
With the white beard. I saw.
Was that Darius?
Calm down, Zephyr.
I don't know. She just said that the pump station was there for Darius, but I don't know if he freed Darius.
Darius, yes. He had a fancy gnome last name. And then they took a girl with auburn hair. I didn't catch her name. And then there was a tiefling fellow that got away, but I don't know if he was related to that.
No. He Bickerstaff, don't even mention him. He helped us. He was very helpful, and
Either way, you're gonna find him missing.
speaking of missing,
Oh, and then there was a requisitor helping them by the name of Xerxes.
The missing Inquisitor is working with Reed.
Yes, and I assume that he accompanied Reed to the sewers. Can't assume otherwise.
And how, might I ask, did they escape? Last I was told there are no exits from beneath Longacre.
magic.
He had like a portable hole that made a hole in the wall, and they jumped through it, and I didn't see where they went.
Damned casters.
Reed,
No offense.
Don't take it.
No, I'm not a caster.
I'm not talking to you, Bickerstaff. I'm talking to your compatriots. Who are clearly cast.
Sorry, Phelan. Yes. But I share her sentiment. I'm sorry. But yes, that is what happened. It was unfortunate.
Real quick, Cassandra, I know that there's a lot of things that are really urgent right now. However, there's one slightly pressing matter I'd like to bring up with you. While we were down below, there was this lovely gentleman. He was a very tall purple man, and he was more help than we really, we could have asked for. I released him because Kira gave me the keys to see if, because I didn't want everyone to be eaten by zombies, and I let him out, and now there's
That
people
was the
with...
tiefling you were telling me about, correct?
No, just different gentlemen.
No. This is like a really tall giant man.
How
Like,
many
can't-
prisoners were freed?
There was a few that got out. But this guy
God,
was really
why is
helpful.
he-
And right now that there's people with crossbows pointing it at him, and I think he told me that he was under there just because he
My
was
Lady
asking
Phelan.
questions.
Respectfully, as she takes a few steps towards you, closing the distance between you, as her eyes lock with your own.
Oh dear.
Might I make a small request?
Yes, of course.
Can you give me that ring of keys back before you cause any more trouble?
Oh, of course. Yes. Here, I'll hand them over.
And she kind of subtly, as best as she can, swipes them from your hand and tucks them into her own belt pouch.
Bickerstaff's just giving Phelan like a stick eye.
I just would like
God,
to speak on his behalf.
diarrhea in the mouth.
And Yannick,
Very useful.
under your command, you allowed this?
Yes, I'll take him under my charge. I'll be responsible for him.
I'm asking. You allowed her to free prisoners while she was under your charge.
To be fair, they weren't in the room. They all had left already. This is all me. I'll take that. But I didn't want them to be eaten by zombies. There were zombies downstairs trying to eat the prisoners, so I was trying to save them from being eaten.
Zombies.
What was the
Yeah,
lady's
yeah.
name that got
Apparently.
us out of there?
Corbin had killed
Kira.
some of the Emerald
All right.
Enclave and
Correct.
animated to their
Thank you.
bodies. It was very disturbing.
Yes, and they were trying to eat the prisoners, and I figured, at least if I let them out, they wouldn't die in a cell. It seemed like the right thing to do.
Yannick, just stop. Phelan, stop.
Okay.
Enough. Right.
Yannick,
So-
just how long was Phelan out of your watch?
Not long. Seconds.
And in these seconds, she freed all of these prisoners.
I'm
Oh,
very proficient.
Perhaps you need to keep a closer eye on her going forward.
yes, ma'am.
Now then, her gaze kind of shifts over towards Dodger, this pale-skinned girl with the long white hair, garbed in the uniform of an Emerald Enclave guardsman. Now then, am I to understand that the criminal Corbin Reed has escaped from our grasp once again, and that so far as the guard is concerned, we do not know where he is at present?
He's in the sewers.
But you think so? He's somewhere in the sewers.
Yes,
Yes.
not exactly.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. The MistHaven Guard are going to thoroughly search every inch of the Long Acre building, and so long as we do not turn him up, we will continue this search until the criminal is brought to justice. To make myself clear, I would respectfully ask you all, gesturing, taking a moment, hesitating on Dodger as her gesture moves forward, I would respectfully ask you all to leave the premises and stay home for so long as you need until this criminal is brought to justice. Do I make myself clear?
Can I insight check her to see if she's
Trying to save us?
Go ahead.
if I can read between the lines?
Bickerstaff doesn't insight check her and just reads between the lines and says, "Yes, ma'am."
Phelan, she's speaking common, but it's almost like she's trying to speak another language to you. There's another meaning to the words that she's saying.
I'm gonna nudge
Get your ass
Johnny
outta here.
again and give him a thumbs up, like, I got this. I got this figured out. Let's go water our plants, guys.
And as the party starts to step away, she calls out, "And as it still stands, the reward for the capture or killing of Corbin Reed is worth just as much dead as alive."
Bickerstaff's gonna lean down to Zephyr.
Towards the guard.
Bickerstaff's gonna lean down to Zephyr. He's gonna be like, "Did you know there was a reward?"
No, I didn't know there was a reward.
Upside.
Right before Zephyr leaves the field commander's presence, she's going to extend a hand out to the field marshal.
She reaches for it and grasps you about the wrist.
I'd like to take a quick whiff and see if I can smell the cologne.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check or perception.
Ooh, 20 total.
20 total.
Did I misunderstand? Are they going to release the purple guy with us?
She
The
did.
guy was not let up from where he was.
She just took my keys. My power is gone.
Probably for the
Thank
better.
God.
I only released the good guys.
She will lean in and say, the one that Phelan was talking about, the Mountain of a Man. I believe his name was Agrimar. He did help us, and there were undead. He was just protecting us. He wasn't intending on breaking free.
He really didn't want to break out. He really didn't.
That was
I
a whisper.
convinced
You
him,
wouldn't have heard it.
Never mind.
God.
What you say is true, then I trust the arbiters to do their duty. But I will bring this information to their attention and see if they can provide some leniency in his sentencing.
Never mind. It's a whisper.
I appreciate that, Cassandra. Hopefully we didn't cause too much of a mess for you.
I think we can take things from here. You have my thanks for what you've done.
I wish it was more, but
I wish I didn't have to ask it. But you have my thanks.
indeed. Be safe.
Many more lives would have been lost upon this day, if not for you and your friends.
I'd like to think that we did some good, but be safe, and I'll send you some food later. Bye!
But
Very
honestly,
well.
we murdered some guards and ended up doing absolutely nothing.
Did all the hostages make it out all right? And did Blackjack? Did you happen to see where he may have ran off to?
In fact, the city's known vigilante was able to escape from us as we were preoccupied in the fight of the front steps of Longacre. But he did lead a trail of freed prisoners with him.
Good. He assisted us as well. I think that's important to note. This vigilante came in and... Oh! The most important thing! Oh, geez, guys, we were not going to tell her what's wrong with you.
The traitorous dwarf, yes.
The lieutenant, we figured out who your inside guy is.
Which lieutenant?
Lieutenant...
Redbeard.
No, that's not his name.
Don't
It
have
is
a Lieutenant
Lieutenant Rastin.
Rastin.
Rastin. Are you certain?
More,
Yes.
he literally...
I turn and show my back.
There is no doubt in our minds. We are more than 3,000% sure he literally tried to kill us.
You can ask
And
the
our
author.
auditor. Yes, we are sure. Can't believe we almost forgot to tell you. It's been quite a day.
And where is the arbiter?
I'm not sure. She sent us below to track Corbin, and when she did that, she left herself alone with the lieutenant. So I fear the worst.
As well as 6 guards?
Last you saw, she was still in the building.
In
Yes.
her office, yes.
And she calls out for the nearest cluster of guardsmen. And she starts directing them back towards the backside of Longacre. We will redouble our efforts in our search. If there's anything else to tell me, now is the time. I'm afraid I do have work to tend to.
I think that's everything.
When Zephyr came up to through the passageway, were all the bodies gone of those 2 guards? Or were they still there? The Arbiter's guards.
The Arbiter's guard corpses were still in that room.
We're still there. Okay. I'll say that the lieutenant had, I think, about 6 guards with him. They were storming the Arbiter's office.
Also, I think it's important to note that Gru Serrato almost died, but he's alive and okay. And Varric,
God, he's still unconscious downstairs. I completely forgot about him.
we thought
Hey, the 3, I completely forgot that I'd placed Guru beneath the building for the night.
and
He's
Varric,
okay. He's not dead, but he is not in good shape.
Varric got a really, really good slice onto Corbin Reed before Corbin knocked him to his feet, but then I think Bickerstaff saved him, so he's okay too, but he
Yes,
did
he
try
should
and
be.
kill Corbin, so I think that's important to go for his case. Like I said, there's a lot that happened, so I'm sorry.
We're going to have a very lengthy discussion about what exactly happened when we split up. But for now,
Yes, we're going to go with
thank
our...
you for what you've done, and we will take it from here.
I'm going to go to Cookie and kind of help her because she died, so I was like, Cookie, let's go water our herbs, come on.
I'll be right back.
Be very nice. Zephyr thinks in her head, I've got 4 hours of surveillance video I can give to you.
Bickerstaff will, go as far as he can around the corner before there are, no guards in view, and then he'll, let Garrett out.
Where was he?
It was hidden up underneath my cloak and my shield.
Oh, look at you, Garrett, you sneaky little bastard. Oh, goodness. Okay.
I'm so
and-
confused.
Since he's
Right
gonna be
now?
right back, I'm gonna be right back.
I'm so confused. 8 o'clock break. I'm gonna get some more whiskey. I'll be back.
I swear I might have to put a gag order on Amanda.
Good luck with that.
A total diarrhea of the mouth. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, she totally sold you out.
Did you ever watch Bright on Netflix?
No.
Will Smith? Well, at the end, he's partnered up with the orc on the police department. And the federal elves are questioning him and trying to do like Cassandra was doing. Like, all right, here's your out. Say this. Get the fuck out. And the orc was just like total diarrhea of the mouth, just saying everything that happened. What, when, who they killed, why. It's like, no, stop.
Yep, I could definitely hear that in Will Smith's voice. No. Hell no.
Exactly.
All right. Everybody back?
I'm back.
Never left.
We got
All
some
right.
diaper changing going on, I think.
Well, as you guys are making your way down the front steps of the Longacre building, you are stepping past dozens of corpses of slain guardsmen who you were informed came upon this scene, both the first as well as the initial responders to this location, who came into contact with Reed's forces that were placed at the front of the building and ambushed them. There are spatterings of blood all around the base of the large statue of the city's first field marshal. And as you continue to make your way down, standing almost at the base of the steps, is a figure garbed in hefty purple armor with white hair cut about a medium length, with a white beard that goes all around the length of his chin. And his eyes are just watching you as you descend these stairs.
Are we like
On
in a
either
slow
side of
motion walk?
him, that's up to you to slow motion walk. On either side of him are recognizably Requisitor guardsmen, both of them garbed in purple plate mail, each of them with their visors closed, that seem to be standing at attention directly behind this individual, as he is just watching you descend.
Yannick will get Bickerstaff's attention and tap his head.
Nope. Bickerstaff's avoiding everyone's eyes right now. He's looking at the ground.
Damn it. I still want to say something.
Wait,
So
what?
who's leading the party?
I'm like helping Cookie, like, you know, she's has her arm on me. So wherever she is, I am.
Bickerstaff's actually at the back of the group because he's moving slow.
All
I
right.
would assume Yannick would be front, and then
Gotcha.
Zephyr would be right behind Yannick.
All right. Discretion upon better judgment, I guess. Keep marching forward and
Yannick, as you
Make our way.
continue your way down, this individual with the hefty purple armor steps forward into your path. I do want you to know that I appreciate everything that I've heard that you and your troop have accomplished today. I think at the very least a reward is appropriate for the efforts you've put forth. And he reaches down and clips one of the pins off of his armor, and he just outstretches the palm of his hand towards you, Yannick. It's the least the city can do for you.
thank you, sir. I appreciate the offer. I will hold this in honor. A bit of a warning. Your ranks have a trespasser or somebody that has stepped over to the other side. We saw one of yours escape.
Do you know the identity of this one that you mentioned?
Unfortunately, I don't.
His name is Xerxes.
What can I? Oh, yeah, thank you.
Well, we are searching the streets for him, knowing who's hiding inside all this time.
You might
We'll
want to
put
check
this
the
information
sewers, more
to
like it.
use. The sewers, you say? You won't be able to hide for very long. I thank you for this information.
Do you have any requests if we find him first?
Well, at the very least, he should be brought to justice. I believe
Got it.
you, God.
We're supposed to stay at the inn. That's what Cassandra said. Remember? Silly Yonick.
Well, should he break into your inn in pursuit of you, I believe you have, by every right of the law, the means to defend yourselves.
Thank you
Will
very
do.
much, sir.
Good day.
Good day.
I vote we get a carriage ride back to the inn.
I
As
second
you
that. I'm tired
pass
of this.
by this guy,
Need a
you
wagon.
come across a mob of common folk that are outside, gathered up, pushing against the boundaries of the perimeter the guard have set up. And as you are approaching, questions are just being shouted towards you. Is it true that everyone in there is dead? I heard that they were summoning from some sort of a demon! Just all sorts of questions being thrown and shouted in your direction. As you... Go ahead.
Zephyr will hand out business cards as she's walking through. Oh,
All
we
right.
can
How many of these cards does she have?
we can calm all your worries down at the Phoenix Feather Inn.
All right.
Oh, great. Now we have a mob.
Payment up front.
What happened in there? Is anyone still alive?
Well, we're still alive.
Can't talk about it.
Or anyone important?
Moving forward like an NBA player through the tunnel.
As you start pushing your way through the crowd, Yannick and Dodge are kind of making a path for the rest of you. Garrett, it's starting to get a little warm here up on Bickerstaff's shoulders beneath his cloak. But at the very least, you have not been noticed yet. As you guys make your way toward